Welcome to Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. I'm here to bring you another EFC 24/7 news report today, and there's plenty of news to bring to you today, thankfully. And it seems Everton are making progress on making signings finally, which is what we've all been waiting for. Some people have been getting quite impatient, but it's obviously been due to the financial situation following the pandemic, and we are now making progress, which is great. And the main progress seems to be on Allan, and apparently, according to Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy, Everton are in talks to sign Allan, which is great news. Hopefully there will be progress on that front. Loads of news around the player today. Also that Allan has stopped listening to offers from other clubs and he's only interested in joining Everton, because I'm guessing that Carlo Ancelotti's been on the phone and he's told him about the project at Everton and he seems interested, which is great news. Apart from that, there's loads of other rumours as well, all coming from Italy really. Damasio are reporting that Everton are also interested in Roma's Alessandro Florenzi, so that would be a potential another addition, ex-Valencia player who seems creative, something to add to our squad, and it seems a fair deal better. He seems a fair deal better. As to a lot of these players who've been linked with us than our current midfield, which needs a massive upgrade. So, welcome rumours. And Damasio also reporting, as well as Fabrizio Romano, who's a well-respected journalist, that they're reporting that Everton are back in talks with Napoli to sign Allan, and Watford midfielder Abdoulaye Doucoure is also on the list. And Ancelotti strongly wants a new midfielder, or potentially a couple of new midfielders there. So whether the Doucoure deal depends on the Allan one, or whether we could sign them both, remains to be seen. I'd love to sign them both personally, just to strengthen that midfield, which is really, really weak. It's been the worst, in my opinion, area of our squad this season, or the season just gone, and we really need an upgrade in all the midfield areas, really. So other rumours coming out of Everton today, to do with Gabriel, a name that's come up in pretty much every one of these reports that I've done. And it's unfortunate news that Everton seems to be out of the race. The Liverpool Echo reported this morning, and the Times came out. Gary Jacob from the Times came out later in the afternoon and say Arsenal are edging closer to the signing of Lille defender Gabriel after agreeing personal terms with the Brazilian and making progress in discussions over the fee. So Gabriel seems to be Arsenal bound. But the news that the Echo brought us this morning to do with Gabriel, I'll just read that for you now. Everton are ready to end their pursuit of Gabriel. This came from Phil Kirkbride at the Echo. Everton are refusing to pay above their valuation of the player and match offers from Napoli and Arsenal, who are prepared to pay over €25 million. Everton have made headway for a deal for Gabriel before the pandemic and were looking to meet Lille's £30 million asking price. But it seems that after the pandemic, things have changed and we have lost our main centre-back target. So, looks like we may have to go in for another centre-back instead. Potentially Maximovic from Napoli, who seems to be another target of the Blues, who's been watched as well. But we'll see on that one. Former Everton manager Ronald Koeman has been apparently chosen as the new Barcelona manager, which is a bit of a shock as well, coming from Fabrizio Romano today. Obviously, they didn't do too well with Everton during his time at Everton. I know it was blighted by the infamous rule of Steve Walsh as director of football, but he didn't really do well as a manager either. He struggled during difficult periods, famously played Dominic Calvert-Lewin at right wing back, but he seems to have landed the Barcelona job based on the fact that, yeah, he did well at Southampton, he's done alright as the manager of Netherlands, and he was obviously a club legend after scoring that goal in the European Cup final for them. So he seems to have landed that job on the basis of being a club legend at Barcelona. That's not being confirmed yet, but Everton's pointing to it that Setien is gone. There's a meeting ongoing at the moment to confirm the departure of Quique Setien as Barca manager and apparently the arrival of Ronald Koeman potentially. But that's all. That's not confirmed at this stage. But yeah, apart from that, we've got a poll up at the moment over on Twitter if you fancy going voting on it to see whether we fancy any of these three targets that we've been linked with today: Florenzi, Allan and Doucoure. And 96% of Everton fans have said yes to Allan, 78% have said yes to Doucoure, and 73% have said yes to Florenzi. So it seems we really do want Allan according to the fans here, so make sure you go and get involved in that as well. It's quite popular vote. We've had 625 votes on Allan, 1,123 on Doucoure, and 910 on Florenzi. So yeah, popular stuff. Go over and vote on that on Twitter, Everton Newsfeed Twitter, and yeah, that seems to be the news coming out of Everton today. Obviously, positive news that we are finally properly linked with a player in terms of we're in talks with a player, and we are making solid progress. So yeah, good news to bring to you today. Hopefully there'll be even better news to bring to you in the next few days in terms of getting that deal across the line, really, and because we did seem to be locked in negotiations over the price tag, but hopefully when that is all confirmed, the player can sort out his personal terms, which are being agreed at the moment, and then we can hopefully get that one across the line and announced as soon as possible. So yeah, good news today. Let us know what you think in the comments, and obviously over on the poll on Twitter. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and join us next time on the Toffee Blues.